The topic of today's video came as a total surprise to me. A few days ago I had no idea that I'm gonna encounter something as extreme as this. But I think I've found the worst diet in the world. People who eat like this have a life expectancy of 40 years. And our goal today is to tell their story and try to eat like this for one day. Our journey begins in quite a special place. We are in Potosi, 4,100 meters from the sea level, in the heart of Bolivian mountains. We start our day in a diner, the same place where most locals do. For breakfast, calapurca, burning stone soup. This here is a bubbling volcanic rock inside of my soup. It's by far the cheapest thing on the menu, and locals usually have more than one bowl, because for the next 12 hours at work, they will be eating nothing. Well, nothing that we would consider food at least. Oh wow!
It's very rich and very tasty.
It's a corn stew with spices, meat. It's really hearty, it's really heavy, and then to heat it up in the cold temperatures of the mountains, they drop in a volcanic rock that's been warmed up. Next stop on our journey is a place that sells everything that the workers need. It's the smallest van I've ever driven in. So that over there is Dynamite, and one shot or one explosion is 30 Bolivianos, which is like €4, $4.50. And anybody can buy it. After seeing the Dynamite, some of you can probably guess where we're heading next and where most of the locals work. The town of Potosi lies next to Cerro Rico, the Rich Mountain, which is the largest silver deposit in the world, and by now it's been mined for almost 500 years. And although the miners don't really eat underground, there are still things they consume. And we are gonna take few things to the mines with us as a gift. Because as a tours we're going into their workplace, and it's nice to bring something with us, because otherwise they're not gaining anything from us being over there. So for the next 12 hours, the diet looks quite like this. First,
Coca leaves.
coca is one of the most common stimulants in Peru and Bolivia. The leaves are chewed and then left in your cheek. And yes, those are the same leaves that are used to make cocaine. But when chewed, they have a similar effect to a cup of coffee. What you're gonna feel at first is that it numbs up a little bit. And also, it energizes you. It literally feels like a cup of coffee or something like this.
Cigarettes.
The cigarettes they smoke are also extremely strong and don't have filters. Then there are the sugary carbonated drinks. Oh, and finally,
Alcohol.
but it's not just alcohol. Actually, I'll show you in a second what makes this alcohol special. Now, it was time for us to make our way into the mines. Normally, a mine would look something like this. You know, secured, well lit, and relatively accessible. Potosi, on the other hand, looks like this. Mining shafts here are small and narrow. The support system doesn't look too good. The ceiling in some places has dangerously caved in, and in many parts I literally had to go on my all fours to even fit through the cave. It's crazy, the mountain is so rich in minerals that this on my hand is pure gold. Crazy. Our first longer stop was near a weird stone statue. It's called Tio, or in English, Uncle, a godlike figure who miners make sacrifices to for good luck. The ritual near the statue speaks a lot of how the miners think and what they wish for. First off, the special alcohol. And what makes it special is that it's 96%. It is pure. And to prove it, they actually light it on fire on their finger when they lit the cigarette. Miners say that drinking pure alcohol gives them luck, and then the mountain in return gives them pure minerals. But to an outsider, it sounds more like an addiction talking, because they drink almost 350 milliliters of this each day, which is the same amount as 1 liter of vodka. Besides alcohol, they also share their coca and cigarettes with Dio, mostly for safety, luck, and since it's a male-dominated profession, they also ask for a little support with the ladies in a bedroom. After the rituals, miners head deep into the tunnels.
Delicious, no?
Gracias, Dio. Nowadays, about 5,000 people work 12-hour shifts here, 6 days a week. While down in the shafts, they eat next to nothing. Just drink all around the shafts. You can see the bottles of pure alcohol. Chew coca leaves and smoke cigarettes, almost as fat as my fingers. On some level, I think I even understand why they're putting such things in their bodies. After all, they are working in a place that is also called the killer mine. An estimated 8 million people have lost their lives here over the last 500 years. And miners here have one of the physically most demanding jobs in the world. Because most mining here in Potosi is still done by hand. But is it really worth cutting your life expectancy in half for this? Well, but who am I to say or judge? Me, unlike them, am blessed to be born in a place where my only employment option is not working in a dangerous silver mine. Oh, and I almost forgot. After work, miners tend to have quite a normal meal at their homes or streets of Potosi. Cow's heart and potatoes with some spicy sauce. Usually consisting of meat and potatoes. So neither of the two meals they eat during the day is really unhealthy. But the main reason why the life expectancy of those men is only 40 years comes down to what they put in their bodies while working in the mines. So that was it. My attempt to eat the worst diet I've ever seen in the world. And I think I failed, right? Because I was only able to have 1 sip of the alcohol and only 1 of those horrible cigarettes. But still, I'm really happy that we had the chance to go to Potosi and see how the miners live over there. Because it really made me think about my own life, what I'm putting in my body, and also how blessed I actually am to have options to travel. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in today and to follow along on our Bolivian adventure and to see one of the most bizarre landscapes we have ever seen. Check this one out. Take care. Bye.